Kevin Hart was supposed to host the Academy Awards show, and I don't know why he signed up to do that. That show isn't relevant. The show is very boring. No one wants to watch that crap. Also, the Academy Awards has proved themselves to be extremely racist to our black folk. It's an all-white party, and that's fine. That's their award show. We should always have a code to say, well, listen, if we can't be a part of it, then we don't need to be a part of it at all. No hosting, no nothing. Now, Kevin Hart, and someone has decided to do this, went into his Twitter going back almost 10 years ago. The first tweet that they found was from 2009. Then they found some from 2010 and also from 2011. I mean, they were really digging into this man's Twitter. You know how much time it took for them to do that? But someone didn't want him hosting the show. You have to understand, there are many people that's jealous of Kevin Hart. I remember Amy Schumer was making comments about how he's always in movies, and she was making her little comments, right? And so when you heard her saying this, and I remember that they're jealous of Kevin Hart because they don't want to see a black dude in the movies all the time or having some sort of creative direction on projects. They don't like that. They feel that that's the territory they should be in, no matter how hard a black person may work. Now, Kevin Hart also responded to this controversy, and I don't think it's even a controversy because it's stupid, because it was so long ago. Well, let me roll these short clips.
I just got a call from the Academy, and that call basically said, Kevin, apologize for your tweets of old, or we're going to have to move on and find another host. I'm talking about the tweets from 2009, 2010. I chose to pass. I passed on the apology. The reason why I passed is because I've addressed this several times. This is not the first time this has come up. I've addressed it. I've spoken on it. I've said where the rights and wrongs were. I've said who I am now versus who I was then. I've done it. I've done it. I'm not going to continue to go back and tap into the days of old when I moved on and I'm in a completely different space in my life. The same energy that went into finding those old tweets could be the same energy put into finding the response to the questions that have been asked years after years after years. We feed in the internet trolls and we reward them. I'm not going to do it, man. I'm going to be me. I'm going to stand my ground. Regardless, Academy, I'm thankful and appreciative of the opportunity. If it goes away, no harm, no foul. I swear, man, our world is becoming beyond crazy. And I'm not going to let the craziness frustrate me or anger me, especially when I worked hard to get to the mental space that I am at now. My team calls me, oh my God, Kevin, the world is upset about tweets you did years ago. Oh my God. Guys, I'm almost 40 years old. If you don't believe that people change, grow, evolve as they get older, I don't know what to tell you. If you want to hold people in a position where they always have to justify or explain their past, then do you. I'm the wrong guy, man. I'm in a great place, a great mature place, where all I do is spread positivity. If you're not doing that, you're not on my page.
So later, he gave them the apology that they wanted. He put on Twitter, I made the choice to step down from hosting this year's Oscars. This is because I did not want to be a distraction on the night and that should be celebrated by so many amazing, talented artists. I sincerely apologize to the LGBTQ community for my insensitive words from my past. Now, they're taking every word that a comedian, let me repeat this again, a comedian says. If a comedian cannot joke, then you know how screwed up we are as a society where comedians cannot joke. Comedian is the only profession that they can joke about age, gender, race, sex, sexual orientation, class, politics, you name it. Comedians joke about it. We pay money to laugh. We don't want to hear comedians say, oh, I can't talk about that because, you know, I'm going to make somebody mad. I personally am sick and tired of this kindergarten society that a lot of people are on. I'm sick of that. You can't talk about certain people or it's a problem. And you want to take the words of a comedian as the gospel. You let Donald Trump get away with more on his Twitter than what Kevin Hart stated on his Twitter, being a comedian. Now, let me read you one of the tweets that they are so pissed off about. He says, yo, if my son comes home and try to play with my daughter's dollhouse, I'm going to break it over his head and say in my voice, stop, that's gay. Now, if you take it, everything that he says is serious, why didn't you say, oh, Kevin Hart talks about abusing his son? Why didn't you say that? Because he said he's going to hit him in the head with a dollhouse. Oh, all that you took out of that is the part where he said, stop, that's gay? A comedian at that. How many times he made those kind of jokes in his comedy specials and nobody had an issue with it before? Why now? You see, because they always circle their wagons to try to go after a black man. This is what they do. And this is why black men have to be careful in Hollywood, because we know who's running Hollywood and we know the background of a lot of those people. Trust me, we can go down that rabbit hole another day, another time. But it's very, very sick and evil what go on in Hollywood. Now, another one that they said that is just so horrible. Remember, this is a comedian. He stated that he said, Damon Wayans profile pic like a gay billboard for AIDS. He said, with this strange brag tag on the end, boom, I'm on fire tonight. So he's talking about just joking around with Damon Wayans. Now, has a gay person been on the billboard for an AIDS campaign? Yeah, they have that before. I've seen them. But he's joking around. You see, the white supremacists can joke all day, say it's a joke when they're saying the N-word, but Kevin Hart, when he jokes, and he's an actual comedian that has actual stand-up specials and he constantly doing them, it is a problem. Now, I don't know why Kevin Hart would even want to do that show anyway, due to how they treated black folks. I think that's very, very silly. But also what I would like to say, to Kevin Hart for sure, is I like to say that, brother, a while ago you was having issues with your brother, Cat Williams. And I understand he was saying things to you and making slick comments. I get it. Trust me, people make comments to me all the time. People have made hundreds of videos about me. People have made 8-hour live streams about me back to back to back. I know it can get annoying when someone's just talking crap about you and they don't even know you like that, but they're talking. But the mistake that you made at the time period when you got upset, you lashed out on a platform, and it was a public platform, and it wasn't even something that was your own platform. I'm gonna say you was on someone else's platform, and you lashed out about Cat and kind of tried to read him a little bit. But the thing is, the same people that's attacking Cat Williams, you have to remember, Cat Williams was always outspoken against the industry. So if he was outspoken, then they're going to be against him. They're not going to give him the opportunity like you. So you don't speak out like he speak out constantly. So they may be more cooler with you than him. Now, if he had drug issues, if he didn't come to work, well, that's one thing. But we need to, as black men, especially as we ascend to certain levels and get on certain platforms, we shouldn't trash our brother. We shouldn't trash our sister. Even if we have some beef, go ahead on and deal with that behind the scenes. Talk it out, call each other, whatever you have to do, but we should not do that mess on a public platform. Because now those people are going after Kevin. They're trying to, stifle Kevin. I already see what it is. Now, he didn't have some more comedy specials coming up, and he's going to sell them out, and that's fine. But they are already starting. They're sending that warning shot at Kevin, trying to use something against Kevin. Now, I know some people may say, well, Kevin, he said this about black folks and this is what he get. My thing is, we're always talking about a code, okay? And code is this. I am never, ever, 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 ever going to side with them at destroying another black man or black woman. I'm not going to do that because they don't side with us at destroying someone in their community. No matter what they do, they got excuses for them. They say, oh, look, he apologized. What more do you want? So that's the same thing I say to people criticizing him now. He apologized in a tweet. What more do you want? Let's move on. He's not doing that anymore. It was reported that he haven't made any kind of references like that since 2011, which was a long time ago, right? It's not nothing recent. So let it go. Either watch him or don't watch him. It's your choice. But I don't think they should be riding this man's coattail about some tweets from almost 10 years ago. I mean, what is this society that we have that, people say something in the past, they don't say it today, and yet you try to hold it over here like you're God. This God mentality that you're walking around with. Who are you to be judging anybody? To say that they should be chastised for the rest of their life for something they did 9 to 10 years ago. Would you like to be hearing about things you did 9 to 10 years ago? You're a totally different person today. You probably wouldn't do or say the things that you said back then or done back then. So why should we be holding Kevin Hart to a different standard? I'm not. I understand it. I said things 9 years ago I wouldn't dare say today. So I get it. We all grow, we all evolve, and we all change. And Kevin Hart should be respected enough to allow that to happen in his life. And I'm going to repeat that to us once again. We don't join with them to try to destroy another black man. I don't care what he or she do. We check them. We go at them on our own. We do not join their lynch mobs to destroy another black man. Because the moment we join with them to destroy another black man, then that's when it's going to be successful. If we stand against it, if we say, hey, he apologized, which he did, let's move on. We're not going to keep talking about it. We'll still go to his shows. We'll still watch his movies when they come out. We're not going to be focusing on this, especially when a person has evolved, as he stated, and especially as he's apologized. And also, it's not even the African-American community brought this up either. So we definitely don't have no issues, with Kevin Hart. But leave me a comment. Let me know what you think about the situation with Kevin Hart and the Academy Awards show. Like I said, he actually did himself a favor not hosting that event, because that event is not anywhere near what it should be in the area of representation for black folk. And I just don't think we should watch that show at all.